Hey everyone, Ant here, and the stage channel of Discord just ended, so I want to talk about the 10 units that they are releasing on CBT1, so closed beta testing 1, and I also want to talk about the bugs and the problems that they're facing and what you can do to solve that. So I have the pre-beta stage channel, the presentation here where they introduce 10 of the units. So first of all, we have to go over some important things. So first of all, iPhones for you Apple users. The problem here is that there's a bug regarding network on your phone. So when you use the Apple client, it doesn't work. So if you have an Android phone, that works for you. But if you have an iPhone, you have to wait a few days until the CBT works for you. But in the meantime, you can also DM the probably DM Epistle or Connor on the Discord, and they'll give you an APK file on it. So, no, not APK, my bad. What do you call that? On I don't use Windows. What do you call that? The EG file. Anyway, it's basically a Windows file, and then you would basically play on Windows. There's no emulator. It's just shortcuts. It's just a Windows version. So they did that just for the Apple bug that they're facing. So we're gonna go over 10 of the units. We have Farmer here, so 30 HP. I think that's pretty low, and attack damage and the attack interval does make it pretty good, and the movement speed is fast. So these are new changes and the final changes for the CVT1. We have three tricks here. You can only use two of them in game. So we have the base, of course, every three attack slash every two attacks instead, and slash deals 2 damage, and then attacks and move faster for 8 seconds. So you can only choose two of the tricks, and in game you actually see four of them when you play the game. For say 1 round, you will see four of your units, and then you can actually get to refresh them, if I'm not correct, refresh any of them. So for say you got one, two, three, four, you can refresh the second one, you can refresh the third one on its own. You don't refresh the entire deck, so it's less RNG, I guess. And there's also openers. Apparently, there's openers. Like you can start with a chosen troop, which is like crazy. I don't know anymore. But there's basically for CBT1 we have 8 units that are gonna be played in a deck. So we're getting 10 for release. So I'll give you guys some direction once the game releases, but for now I'll give you guys what the devs directed from the alpha testing. So Farmer was pretty weak, and we're gonna go into Bucketeer because Bucketeer was pretty strong. He's a tank. He has a 20% range defense, and then range defense also increases for every ally in the board for trick 1, and then for trick 2 he recovers 25 HP percent HP to surrounding allies for 5 seconds. So that's really good actually, because when he gets wounded he actually heals allies, and 25% is honestly a lot considering the HP for us is about 30 and above. So trick 3 is the same as Giant, increase HP by 10 every round, which is really OP because think about it, you have 4 rounds and you add it to 64. That would be like, dude, that's just like literally 100. That's crazy. So we got an Archer over here. Archer, a little bit on the weaker side after some beta testing. Alpha testing that they said she was completely broken. So attacks deal +2 damage for opponents there in 3 tiles. And keep in mind that she has a 6-tile range, which is like crazy long reach. And then she got the goal attack 100% faster for 4 seconds for trick 1, and attack range +2. Attacks even deal +2 damage to opponents further than 5 tiles. So she got the crazy ass range. She got crazy ass damage. I don't even know what to say anymore. Her attack interval is 1.4, which isn't that high actually if you think about it. So she's absolutely broken. You put her in the backline, she deals some damage. But after some testing, I think she'll still be on the broken side, but a little too down. And we're gonna go to Gnome. I am crazy over this character because look at this. Go base eject hat. Go launch a pointy hat, dealing 16 damage to the first enemy in the front. That's crazy. It literally takes off half the HP of the units, normal units. You can look back into like Archer, literally snipes the hell out of Archer. Three cost. Think about it. 3 gold cost to get up without even doing anything. Look at this, 38. Even a tank, you can take half of that HP off already. That's really damn crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we got a trick 1, deals +1 damage per travel tile. I don't think that's good because I'm guessing you would put a tank in front, and in the late game you would see it at the front, so you'll be traveling like 5 tiles, and that would be like 21 damage. I don't think that's really good. But the crazy one is trick 2, which is basically damage increases 40% after first hit, but it pierces through, so it can basically hit the second unit. So basically, the enemy is just wasting some units to put in the back of their tank, so that they have to take your damage, which is crazy because 16%, 60. Oh, I'm so bad at math. We gotta do this. I think it's 10%, 0.4. 16 times 0.4. Yeah, it's wait, what? 16 times 0.6. My bad. Yeah, 9.6 damage. That's crazy. 9 damage, 10 damage. That's crazy. And we gotta, because it still takes out, like, what, half of Archer's HP at least. And then we look at Crush, plus 1 damage for the rest of the match. I think that's not that good, but okay. I think Trick 2 is really good for him. And we got a Haymaker. Haymaker has 25% defense against surrounding opponents. So he's actually a ranged unit, which is kind of weird, but he's leaked to be really good by the alpha testers, and apparently he is very strong for his backline defending kind of things. So has 15% defense, which is crazy, and his defense range is surrounding 2 instead, which he has crazy ass defense, and one day deals 12 damage and push 1 to opponent inside defense range. So that's really good, honestly. You think about the the range that he increases, but you can only take 2 of the things, so you would either make him more of a crazy like defender, or you would make him a crazy tank. So he's leaked to be good. He actually throws mud. You can see a shovel over here, but he does ranged attacks and he throws mud, which is really interesting. We got a batter. Batter's my favorite. I see this girl and oh my god, but she's a little kid. We can't do anything. I mean, what? I didn't say that. But attacks plus 8% faster for the rest of the round every attack, which is kind of resembling the dart goblin. So trick 1, maximum attack speed increase to 200%, which is not that great of a buff, honestly, because I think it's kind of weird, but you need a long time to wait for her to increase that, considering she starts off from 1.2%. So at 200% it would be 0.6. That's really good, but the problem here is you have to start off and defend her from the start, right? And then she does the Crush plus 2 attack damage for 5 seconds, and attack 10% for every 10% faster for every 10 damage taken. So you have to imagine that isn't that good, because plus 10% isn't that good at itself. It's 1.2 seconds. But the problem is that she can't take any damage. You can see that at 2 tricks she's only 47 health. So she takes off 10, she takes off 10. For say she's at 7 HP, that would be what, 30%, 40% faster. So that's only like 5 seconds. 5 seconds is not good. 0.5 seconds. Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, 0.5 seconds. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's a problem. Okay, let's look at Dart Thrower. Dart Thrower has been leaked to be very good. Attack damage was 3 and an attack interval 0.9, and she's 3 cost, and you got that synergy. You see that synergy? I didn't tell you guys about synergy, because synergy is basically like, see, you get some like extra buff on it. We haven't gotten that yet, but there's also crazy lore about these kind of characters and all that. So every 3 attack deals times 2 damage, and then Crush attack 40% faster for 5 seconds, and then every 3 attacks deals 3 times damage instead. And then after an ally is defeated, attacks 10% faster for the rest of the round. So I think Last Stand is very good because it's on the ally, not that she's the last, even though it's kind of clickbaity, but you know what I'm saying. When she gets an ally down, she's just boom, boom. You're getting like crazy ass fast. So she's gonna be the kind of damage dealer you want, right? She's also 3 cost, so that's really good. And then moving on, we got a Slinger. Slinger's, I think the lore here is Slinger's batter's brother, younger brother, I think. Yeah, so we got the wizard kind of wizard, the wizard from CM. So attacks bounce twice to the another opponent within 2 tiles after first bounce damage -1. So basically the idea is that it's AoE. So attacks bounce to opponents within 3 tiles instead. So that's like actually good. It's just auto aim, it's just auto aim. So 3 tiles instead. Think about how broken that is, because that is really damn wide. You can hit an entire camp with that, so that's really broken. And we got attacks deal +2 damage to new opponents, and then we got This and bordering allies attack 20% faster for 4 seconds. It's basically a ranged buff. Though he's like 3 cost, I think he's just really OP. Think about the scaling and all that stuff. Oh my god. And we got Scarecrow. We finally got our first 4 cost unit. So it's kind of like the reflecting shield. I don't know what you call that anymore. Magic shield. Back then we had like gizmos, but I was off, and then I think this is kind of like Shield Maiden and the shield thing. We had gizmos, yeah. Trick 1 was like Thorny, while Rooted reflect up to 3 damage. And then we got Rooted ends plus 3 damage for 10 seconds and attacks faster. So he's either a bruiser or he's attack unit, whatever you like to do with him. But he's 4 cost, that's the only problem. So he's a little bit on the stronger side, I would say. And we got a Wood Carver. Wood Carver is basically just a Dark Goblin, basically. I don't know, not Dark Goblin. The Goblin, the Dagger Goblin, yeah. So he's just dealing more damage, and then he recovers HP. People said that he was a good opener. Opener means that you can start with his unit. And he's apparently pretty good for opening. And he can even spin me around. You know, Trick 3 attacks his surrounding opponents. So his good damage from base, Trick 1, Trick 2, or Trick 2, or whatever, just makes him a Valkyrie, you know? Surrounded damage, you know, doing some damage. And his attack interval is 1.0 seconds. He has 40 damn HP, and his attack damage is 4. So he's just broken, you know what I'm saying? Because he has very fast movement speed. He doesn't care. He just goes up there, all dead. All dead, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so that's all the 10 characters. So I like them all a lot, but my favorite gotta be Batter. You know what I'm saying? Look at this girl. Oh my god. So yeah, we're releasing these 10 characters for CBT 10, and we got some more news in the future. So tomorrow I'll be releasing another video, maybe a little later in this time. So I'll be doing some gameplay, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Gameplay, play some games. I'm gonna tell you guys the best strategies right now, and I'll be looking out for y'all. So keep in mind, for you iPhone players, just go on, download on Windows, call up some CM, you know, call up some community manager. Epistle is always there, and there's also Connor, so you can call them up. Hey Epistle, can you get me the Windows? Because you guys got the problem, not me. Alright? So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.